So we're live?
We are live!
Recording started.
And alive.
Alive and live.
Yes, we are. So we're a little bit late this time because schedules suck.
Number 2.
Yes, number 2, recap of week 5 and look forward to week 6, which there's only one participant. So that's awesome.
So the Packers are going to win and the Vikings are going to lose.
You escaped a very broken LA team by a touchdown.
Yeah.
And you had the home field advantage, not technically speaking, but you had more fans there.
I don't know about that.
You had a lot of fans there. It's LA. Everybody has a lot of fans there because nobody's actually a fan of anybody there.
I wouldn't consider it home field advantage, but okay.
No. You don't have the bow, 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 bow. Go
Pack,
home.
go!
You don't have that, and Vikings. If I forget, Vikings played them. I can't remember if it was there or here, but we won't have the Gallahorn, but it's basically be like a home game fan wise. So not as bad as like the Chargers. Oh my goodness, that is so bad. But so shall we talk about your game this last week?
Which aspect?
Just the fact that you barely escaped, and let's see here. I think there's a play that we want to like kind of show just a little bit here.
Oh
yeah. It was a very lovely throw.
That's showing it from the other team. That's showing it from the other side. Yep. Yeah. Stuff like that is going to need to not be happening. And as much as I'm a Packer fan, green and gold till I'm dead and cold, Love is making some bad decisions on plays like that one. Plays like the interception in the end zone with the Queens. There are some times where it's like, what are you doing, Love?
I believe we call those idiot plays, and basically he's trying too hard at that moment. Like this last week, the trying not to do a safety, but ends up being worse.
I mean, 2 points, 6 points.
Right. Which, but I mean, to in his defense, which I don't know why I'm defending him, but in his defense,
you're defending him because you know he is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback.
He played 5 good games, and you guys paid him max contract. I get he needed to be resigned.
He
or extended,
did what we asked him to do. He sat behind for 3 years, waiting for his chance. Right. Then he came in, and he struggled at first, but he figured it out. We went to the playoffs. We beat the Cowboys.
Everybody beats the Cowboys. My mom beats the Cowboys.
No. For the Packers franchise, our organization is going to pay him for doing the job that he was asked to do. He did it, so he got paid.
So basically,
and we're not going to pay him small money.
What you're saying is the Packers are the new Twins. Be just good enough to make the playoffs, but we're not. We
are a draft and develop team. No, we're going for championships. There's no doubt about that. we go for championships every year. Yes, we've been struggling in the playoffs lately. The last,
Aren't you tied to the Bears right now?
The Packers. In the beginning of the season, we are not at our full potential.
Of course not. But
honestly, that right there is, as a Packer fan, not really a concern. Because they will mesh, but it is getting a little late in the season, and that's a little bit of a concern. But they need to, as the season progresses, gel and become to their full potential.
Right. Well, I mean, to be fair, your defense is doing decently for now.
Our defense bailed us out of that game. What are you talking about decently?
Right. I mean,
they're doing what they're asked to do.
Both of our teams got bailed out by defense this last week. Because Darnold didn't have a single touchdown, and our one of our 2 touchdowns, so we actually got 2 touchdowns, was a pick 6 by linebacker who is now, guess, being kind of known as a pick 6 type of guy. Might as well just kind of rub this one in. See, that's what a real pick 6 looks like. Not a not a little limpy one. At least it was solid throw instead of
he definitely read that play.
Yeah, he did. Well, what happened was, or is,
I'm so sad we got rid of that quarterback.
Yeah, you're not. No, I mean, I'm sad you got rid of that quarterback.
I'm surprised he's not at the Vikings this year.
Why?
Because he was following the track of.
No.
Your guy, the one you like to support so much.
Okay, but here's
number 4.
Thing. There needs to be 2 people that want that, and the Vikings want nothing to do with that pile of garbage. He's not even like half.
He was very good for the amount of time that he played. Right. However, when he turned into a drama queen and it became not about football, that's when it became a problem.
Right. It definitely did. And what the thing is, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Peyton, like, not to the extent of, you know, their personalities off the field. I'm just talking about in game. They had their like go-to stuff, and it typically had worked quite a bit. And some people were saying like the guy who just threw the game-sealing interception, which he's actually done quite a bit against the Vikings. But anyways, basically, for one, it was a bad throw, but B, did I just do that? Yeah, I did. B,
A for one.
Typically, the wide receivers know, hey, it's gonna be a back shoulder deal, but that wide receiver wasn't even looking for it, and Gilmore was like, "Oh, let me take this gift," because, like I said, it's really underthrown. So, but I don't know. It is kind of sad to see how far down that's gone, and he's very much a control freak.
Beagle wants to say hi.
Hi, Beagle. That being said, I don't know if Sam Darnold is going to lose the touchdown lead this week, even when we're being on the bye week. That just shows how many touchdowns he had beforehand. So let's go ahead and take a look at... Where's the button here for that? At your wonderful, wonderful game, you did win. Did you guys get a defensive touchdown as well, or what?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah. But I really want to focus on this guy right here. You knew this was coming, though. So,
yeah,
a depleted Rams team, he got 3.8 yards per carry. And I can't say a whole lot as if we're going to do a Jacobs versus Jones comparison, like at the end of the year. Maybe we could take a look and see, like, okay, full yards, how effective,
Okay,
games
I don't
played
think
that
I
game.
have stated this on the podcast yet, so I'm going to state it unequivocally. I thought that move was a mistake by the Packers in the offseason.
Yeah.
We should not have let Jones get away.
Oh no.
I don't believe that the gap was as big as it. Yeah, I don't believe that the negotiations were that far off that they
Right.
couldn't have made it happen.
Right.
Why they went the route of Jacobs, obviously, I'm, as an owner, not privy to those conversations.
Which is really weird to hear. The owner doesn't know what's going on. Now, okay, so here's what my understanding of the whole situation with that is last year they asked him to take a pay cut and he's like, okay, fine. Right? He did what he did, and he got, like, after he came back from that mid-season injury stuff that he was dealing with, like, it was almost 200 yards a game. Like, I mean, I'm not saying he carried the team, but I mean, to be honest, ability to control the ball and stuff like that with all that running, like, that's a major part of your guys' wins last year, including against the Cowboys.
And running is a big part of the plan. You use the run to open up those larger pass plays.
And then this last off season, I think the Packers approached him again, and he's like, "Bruh, I did what I did this last year. Are you really gonna, like, ask me to take less?" And he just wanted his original contract was supposed to pay him for, and he felt that, he did what he did, and then the Packers are like, well, since you're gonna do that, then they just, they basically just, 2-year-old girl just kind of and just ran away and like, well, screw you, we're gonna sign somebody else. And it was more, that's what I think it was, more so than anything else. That's my opinion from an outsider's point of view, and I'm very happy to take him off your hands. So
the Vikings always take what the Packers don't.
No, not always.
Always.
To be fair, you do have 2 former Vikings on your team right now.
Yeah.
And the Lions have a former Vikings. Well, actually, the Lions, the Davenport, who doesn't play for anybody apparently because he's injured for them now.
I am looking for it right now, but I'm not finding it. The Packers broke some records this year, or this last week.
Records? What? I'm
not finding it right now. All-time touchdowns, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, when there was only like 2 teams that are still around from when you guys started, like, come on. What are we talking about here?
We're talking about the greatness of the Packers.
But yet, once the Vikings came into existence, you guys still.
But isn't it
lower?
How many games though? I'm trying to find it right now, and I'm not finding.
How many games?
Yeah, it's like how many games it took them to get 3,000. Was it? Like I said, I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it. Of course, as I'm looking for it.
Of course. At least we came prepared.
Uh-huh.
So, let's see. We did that. Well, who you guys play this next week?
We play the Cardinals.
Oh, yes. Yes, you do.
Home.
At home, yes. Okay, so. All right, so you guys are 3-2. Cardinals are 2-3. Here's the thing. I've noticed, if you can't get to their quarterback, whatever, Murray, right? Is that who it is?
Yeah.
I think it is. If you don't hit him, then he's going to tear you up. But if you do, he's going to look very pedestrian. So you better hope that the defensive line doesn't play against them how they did against the Vikings a couple weeks ago. Now,
Yeah.
one could say it was your defensive line sucking, or just the fact that the good coaching was able to block up what you guys had coming. So it's an either or proposition. I'm not going to say which one it could be.
Yeah.
All we know
it really
is,
did seem like they didn't come at the Vikings until the second half.
It just looked like Darnold, looked all world because he had all the time in the world to, throw.
Yeah, because they didn't come at him until the second half.
Oh, they came at him. They blitzed the first half, but it was just, I mean, you're trying to cover up for Jair not being there, so like, well, how much do we want to blitz against these guys? I mean, obviously they did blitz in the first half because they had one-on-one with Addison for that first touchdown.
Yeah.
There's no way there's nobody over the top if they're not blitzing.
Right.
So I could relook at that, see if it was a blitz on that play or not. But whatever, not that big a deal. Typically speaking, if you're not blitzing, you're playing zone. So
who are you guys playing this week?
we aren't. We have our bye week, so we're getting all rested up. And
I knew that.
I know. So there's not a whole lot of roasting for the Vikings. So I mean, we're still undefeated.
Yep.
And we will continue to be so this next week because he can't.
Is your guy Hawkinson coming back after the bye?
Sounds like it. It's not anything official yet, but
my fantasy team could use him.
Apparently, he practiced in London and he looked good. So.
Oh, he practiced in London?
Yeah. Yeah, they opened up his practice window on that Friday.
I ain't gonna lie, I slept through that game.
Oh, I mean, what do you care? It's not the Packers.
I did intend to watch it in the replay, but
I took a nap after the game.
It's been a week for me, so my week was crazy. Well, yours was not much better.
Yeah, no doubt. No, so essentially what it is the Jets still have a good defense, and it's really all on the offense kind of not doing their thing. AKA Rodgers thinks he knows better than everyone else. I mean, to be fair, he got his guy hired there. Hackett or whatever his name was, and that dude is not a great offensive mind.
And now he's been demoted.
Oh, has he?
I think he's been demoted. He's not doing play calls no more.
Oh.
And they just you saw they fired the coach.
Yeah, let's fire the guy that actually made the other half of the team unbelievably good. This is the first team that was able to, basically shut out Sam Darnold from getting any touchdowns. So, and up to this point, Darnold had at least 2 touchdowns each game. So, I mean, he still got 200 yards. We were able to run in a touchdown and stuff like that, get a bunch of field goals. But point is, it was our lowest offensive output all year. So, and they want to go ahead and fire the guy that, the head coach. His deal was he's more of a defensive guy. He came from the Niners defense coaching staff there to become the head coach of the Jets, and that guy is going to be a consultant somewhere in the NFL this year. And whoever gets him is going to be very, very glad they did. I was kind of hoping that maybe the Vikings would pick him up. But so then him and O'Connell can kind of talk together okay, here's what I saw, how I attacked your offense, and how I was able to slow you down. You know what I'm saying? Like how do we self coach against ourselves to figure out what our tendencies were or what not, So, anyways, that's just my own
wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking, yes. But it'd be smart.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow? Nice.
I think it's supposed to be cold.
Well,
I believe it's supposed
cooler.
to be, cooler. Yeah. Cold compared to what it's been the last couple weeks.
It
I
still
think
won't be the frozen
highs
tundra
in
yet.
the 50s.
Oh, that's perfect football weather.
Yeah. So it'll be a good game.
The Cardinals players might be like, "Ooh, it's a little chilly out here."
Uh-huh.
Packer players be like, "Nah, this is fine, bro." So I guess we'll shorten one due to the fact that there's only one team to talk about coming up, and I mean, I guess we talk about the Lions Cowboys for a minute. I don't. It's just a weird game. It's okay. So we obviously play the Lions next week, at home, and it's like, okay, do we want the Cowboys to win? And then if we beat the Lions, then we'll be like 3 games ahead of them.
The Cowboys are not going to beat the Lions.
You just never know, bro. The Cowboys are one of those teams that win those games that you don't expect them to win and lose the ones that you expect them to win. You know, they're in that weird in between.
I expected them to lose in the playoffs.
Well, yeah, but like now, like it's really bleeding into regular season play as well. So
right.
But on the other side of the coin, as a Viking fan, like, okay, well, maybe the Lions will win, and so then it won't be less hungry. Even though, I mean, it's a divisional game, it's gonna be they'll be hungry no matter what, but be a little less if they weren't coming off a loss. So you know, it doesn't matter what's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but you know, fan mindset, you know, kind of takes over sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's going to be awesome when the Lions come in and beat you guys at your house.
How many times have you said that this year about the opposing team? They're going to come in and beat us.
I haven't said that.
And how much are we supposed to? How much were we supposed to lose to the Packers?
When have I said that?
Like every single week.
Never.
Even before this podcast. So
never.
You have never said the Vikings are going to win this week.
Well, I mean, I'm not a Vikings fan.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I said last week I expected the Packers to beat.
I thought the Vikings were going to lose at Lambeau.
I know you did, because you know you're a homer.
I'm a Packer fan. Come on now.
That too.
I'm not going to root for the team that I'm against.
Right. I think this the Packers Cardinals is going to be a very interesting game. I'll be watching probably the whole thing amongst other games. Because you know no problem this week. So.
In this house, football Sunday.
Yeah. Right.
Always. Yeah. We watch football all day long, whether it's whoever's playing. We get it. So.
Well, I guess there's only one thing left, right? The Bears still suck.
Go, Pack, go.
Oh. Come on. We'll get there.
The Bears do still suck. That's true.
Anyways. Y'all have a great day. Right. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, all that fun
stuff. Let us
stuff.
know you're here.
Yes. Comment below. Let us know how we're doing. If we're too boring or exciting
we're just getting going, so let us know what you think, and we'll definitely make it happen.
Yep. See you guys later.
Go, Pack, go.
Oh, jeez.